Yo, check this out. Today we're watching the creepiest internet mysteries that were finally solved. Look at the thumbnail, bro. Utaho no Bugatti. Who the hell is that? That is creepy. Oh my god, look right below that. Have you dreamed? Who the hell is that guy? Alright, this is about to be super creepy. Try not to pee your pants challenge. Let's go.
Lily Peters.
Lily Peters.
On
Who is
April
that?
24th, 2022, what began as a normal Sunday afternoon turned into a tragedy. Around 3 p.m.,
Okay.
10-year-old Lily Peters
Aw,
left
man,
her
look
home
at her.
to visit her aunt. It was a trip she made often. The house was only a 3-minute bike ride away, and nothing seemed unusual.
Nothing
However, that
crazy?
evening, Lily didn't come home. At first, the
No.
father, Alex, thought she might still be at his sister's house. When he called, however, his sister said Lily had already left over an hour earlier. Alex tried
No,
calling the parents of
dude.
Lily's friends, hoping she had stopped by to play, but no one had seen her. Growing worried, he retraced the path Lily usually took,
Smart.
and around 9 p.m. contacted the police to
6
report her missing.
hours
While
later,
looking along
bro.
a trail, though, Alex made a chilling discovery. Lily's bike abandoned with no sign of her. Hours later, just before 9 a.m. the
dude,
next morning,
no.
a volunteer searcher found her body under a pile of leaves only a few feet from the trail. Police
Yo.
confirmed the worst. Lily had been murdered. At first, investigators had no clear leads, but then, online,
Dude,
a
no.
post about Lily's disappearance appeared on the true crime subreddit.
Okay, so this little girl disappeared and then their parents found her. She was like under a bush or something, but they never caught who did it. But whenever they posted it online, apparently someone's about to find out what happened on the internet?
A user called Home Slice Nation 4 wrote that they had been playing Pokemon Go on the same trail that day.
No
They said they
way.
saw Lily in a pink and purple hoodie walking with another kid.
What?
The comment ended with, "I have a suspicion that it could be another kid that did it." The post was later deleted, but another Reddit user reported it to the police tip line. That single clue
Oh my
gave
gosh.
investigators the lead they needed. Within hours, police arrested 14-year-old Carson Petersberger,
Bro,
Lily's
this kid.
cousin. During questioning,
Her
Carson
cousin?
admitted to the crime. He explained that
Oh
he
my
had
God, he
followed
admitted
Lily
to
as
it.
she rode her bike, lured her into the woods, and attacked her in a plan he had been forming for
Yo,
months.
some random guy on Discord just solved this girl's case. Oh my god.
He punched her in
Oh
the
my
stomach,
God.
beat her with a stick, and strangled her before returning home
Huh?
as if nothing had happened.
What is
Later,
wrong with this
after
kid?
noticing police searching the area, he came back to move her body deeper into the woods and tried to cover it with leaves. Because of the
What?
brutality and premeditated nature of the attack,
Lock him
prosecutors
up.
decided Carson would be tried as an adult. He
Yeah,
remains in custody
dude.
to this day, with his trial scheduled for 2026.
Good, bro. That's
Utaho
crazy.
no Tatari.
Okay, who the hell is this? This is the next one. I'm worried about this one. I think I might pee my pants. Let's see what's going on.
Utaho no Tatari is the name of two
Utaho
Japanese
no
horror
Tatari.
games, both of which
It's a
had a
horror
really
game.
eerie backstory. The real mystery began
How
in
is a
2014
game-
when someone posted on the subreddit r/creepygaming about a disturbing discovery in the second game. They had
Okay.
triggered what looked like a glitch. After following a strange series of steps, the
What
game screen
the
filled with
hell
scrambled
is
text.
happening?
Then the screen went black, flashed white 4 times, and finally displayed a very unsettling, low-quality photo. It appeared
What
to
is
show
that?
a woman, with most of her face hidden in dark shadows and something wrapped around it. The
What?
image was so disturbing that players began to wonder if it might actually be a real photograph of human
Yo,
remains.
no
This idea
way.
didn't seem impossible, since other obscure games, such as the infamous Hong Kong 97,
Really? That's happened before?
victim photos taken from the news.
No
Before
way.
long, people discovered that this was not a random glitch at all, but a hidden event programmed into the game. By changing their computer settings to Japanese, players could read the missing symbols in the error message with scrambled text. At first, it looked like a standard crash screen, but then
Yeah.
the game's main character, Utaho, suddenly began addressing the player directly.
Wait,
the
what?
event was triggered by walking through 3 Torai gates, traditional Japanese shrine gates.
Yeah, I
Doing
like
this
those. Those
started
are cool.
a hidden timer, and once the timer ran out, the so-called glitch sequence would play, ending with the disturbing photo. The question of where
What?
that haunting image came from remained. Reverse image searches showed nothing, and for years, no one had a clear answer. Many theories were suggested, but without proof, the mystery stayed unsolved. Then, in 2022, someone on Reddit finally uncovered the source of the photo. It was not from a
Oh.
crime scene. Instead, it came from a Japanese horror film
Ah,
called Hair
okay.
Extensions, released in 2007. The exact frame appears in the movie's trailer, showing a woman staring lifelessly into the camera.
So people were playing this game and then some crazy glitch happened and they thought that it was so weird that it could have been real, but then someone was like, no, it's from a movie, idiot.
After nearly 10 years of speculation, the mystery was solved. The Post-it Notes.
Okay, the next one is called the Post-it Notes. It says, save your documents. How are Post-it Notes gonna be creepy, bro? Come on.
On April 15th,
Let's see.
2015, a man who used the username R. Bradbury had a really strange experience.
Okay.
He lived alone, but that morning he found a post-it note on his desk with a list of chores written on it.
He
The
lived
handwriting was not
alone?
his. At first, he tried to ignore it, but a few days
Not
later,
his
another
handwriting.
post-it appeared.
What?
This time stuck to the back of his chair. It said, "Save your documents." This was the moment when the search truly
that's
began.
pretty creepy,
Bradbury
actually.
started to believe
Imagine
that
that
someone was
happened to you,
secretly
bro.
entering his apartment and leaving these notes. So to
Yeah.
find out who it was, he set up a webcam to record his desk. But the situation only grew stranger. On April 20th, he woke up to another post-it. It read, "Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do."
Huh?
Shocked, he rushed to check the webcam recordings, but the video files on his computer were gone. It
Someone
looked as if
deleted
someone
it?
had deleted
Oh
them.
my
Soon after,
God.
even more post-it notes appeared, this
Holy
time covering
cow.
his doors, but they were all blank. Bradbury began to suspect his landlord, thinking that the handwriting on the notes looked similar to his landlord's. Not knowing what else to do, he turned to Reddit for advice. He posted on the subreddit r/legal advice, explaining his situation and asking whether he could press charges against his landlord. The post quickly gained a lot of attention, and the most common suggestion was that Bradbury might be sleepwalking and writing the notes himself without realizing it. Then, a Reddit user named Kakerlak noticed something important in one of Bradbury's earlier posts. Bradbury had mentioned that he slept in a small bedroom with no windows. Kakerlak asked, "Do you get bad headaches?" And Bradbury admitted that he often did. That is when Kakerlak suggested another possible explanation: carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide is a dangerous gas that cannot be seen or smelled. In a poorly ventilated room, it can build up without anyone noticing, and breathing it in can cause confusion, memory loss, and even hallucinations. In serious cases, it can be deadly. Bradbury decided to test this theory, so he bought a carbon monoxide detector and plugged it in. Immediately, the alarm went off. His apartment was filled with the gas, and he had been breathing it the entire time. The notes
that's
were real,
dangerous!
but he had been writing them himself while poisoned, then forgetting he had done it. The missing webcam recordings were not deleted by an intruder. The software he used simply was not saving the files. As for the handwriting, Bradbury later realized he had not compared it to his landlord's at all, but to a letter from his mother.
Okay, so this guy thought that someone was breaking into his apartment and writing notes and stuff, but it turns out he was being poisoned by this invisible gas because his bedroom didn't have any windows? Oh my god, whoever figured that out, you need to be a doctor or something, bro. All right, here's the next one. Google Maps help. Oh my god, wait, look at that. Help, 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 help. All right, we're about to find out what this means and how it was solved. Let's go.
In early 2025, one discovery on Google Maps in Los Angeles spread quickly online and became a viral mystery. In a rail yard near Dodger Stadium, the word
like a bunch
help
of
could be
sticks
seen
and
written
stuff.
again and again in giant letters. Nearby were other words, including federal and LAPD. Each letter had been carefully built using long pipes or large wooden boards. When people first noticed the writing, theories began to spread immediately. Some thought it was a real cry for help, maybe from people trapped or being forced to work. The fact that the writing was inside a Union Pacific rail yard fueled more suspicion. Los Angeles railways have a history of theft and crime, and some feared this was connected to organized trafficking or forced labor. People contacted the LAPD, who quickly went to check the site, and around the same time, a social media user visited the rail yard with a camera to film what it looked like from the ground. What he found changed everything. The rail yard was surrounded by homeless encampments, and even though the area was supposed to be fenced off, a large hole in the fence made it easy to enter. Local homeless residents explained that the writing wasn't a signal from victims at all. It was the work of another homeless man who had been creating these giant messages for years. The LAPD later confirmed this story. They said they had spoken to the man many times before and had even offered him both housing and mental health support, but he always refused.
What? That was stupid. I don't understand that. Whatever.
Have you dreamed of this man?
Okay, here's the next one. This guy looks super creepy. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless about this. Let's see what
In 2008, a website appeared asking a simple question. Have you dreamed of this man? The site quickly filled with short, eerie stories from people who claimed they had. Posters with the same sketch and the same question even began showing up.
I've never seen this guy before.
Within a year, the mystery had gone viral. More than 10,000 people had written to the site, saying they too had seen him in their sleep. Soon, the idea that this man was part of some real supernatural phenomenon started gaining traction.
I didn't even think about that.
On forums like 4chan, users decided to investigate, and they actually found the solution. A reverse IP lookup of the website showed it was connected to a guerrilla marketing company, a group that promotes ideas or products through unusual and attention-grabbing stunts. This raised suspicion that the Dream Man wasn't real at all, but simply a creation. In 2010, the site's creator, Italian sociologist and marketer Andrea Natella, admitted that the whole thing was a stunt. He said the drawing was based on his father and that the early dream testimonials were not real, but he never explained what the campaign was supposed to promote, and the website was simply left online. Not
Dude, that's
everyone
pretty smart,
who emailed
actually.
the site.
People will see it and they'll just be like, oh yeah, that guy does look kind of familiar. Oh, it's probably this guy that I saw one time, but like it actually is just this random guy's dad. That's pretty funny, actually.
I feel fantastic.
I feel fantastic. All right, here's the next one. What the hell is that? They dressed up this doll, put a wig on her and stuff. Okay, it's kind of creepy, but I guess let's see what kind of mystery it is.
If you're 18 or older, you probably saw the viral video called I Feel Fantastic.
I've never seen this
it,
before.
A stiff robot with wide staring eyes sang an
Robot?
eerie tune that kept saying, I feel fantastic, while wearing different outfits. The video
What?
seemed to appear out of nowhere, and once it spread, people couldn't stop speculating about what it really was. The most popular theory was
But they
fright-
figured it
the
out.
robot had been built by a disturbed criminal who dressed it in the clothes of his victims. At some point in the video,
Holy.
the camera pointed towards a random garden, and people speculated that was the place where the victims were buried.
What
The mystery only
the-
deepened when the original upload disappeared from the internet.
got
Re-uploads kept
deleted.
circulating for years, keeping the legend alive, but never solving the question of where this strange robot actually
Yeah.
came from. In
Let me guess,
2020,
Reddit.
writer Yeatsy Lit decided to investigate, and searching through old websites, Lit found photos of the same robot on obscure Android enthusiast forums, some dating back to 2001. These
Oh.
forums revealed the name of the man who created it, John Bergeron. Far from being a criminal, Bergeron was an inventor trying to build something new for the entertainment industry. The
Yo, he
robot's
built
name
this
was
robot in
Tara,
2001?
and Bergeron had built her as a prototype for about $2,000 at the time. His dream was to mass-produce Tara as a singing android, but that plan never
Yeah, that's
succeeded.
creepy, bro. Who wants that?